Hey, good morning, recovery.
Good morning.
I miss saying that every morning.
I know. I miss it too.
Wow.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Wow. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope everybody's doing great out there. I'm doing great. How are you guys?
I'm
Done.
sore from power washing yesterday. I know that.
Oh my
I feel like I was like this
gosh.
all day. Like,
You can go up there and get on that thing Andrew has in the living room.
Yeah, we
It'll
got that
shake it
little
right out
shaking
of you.
machine, honey. It brings you right on back.
Joe Rogan was talking about those things. Apparently, they do a lot. Like they improve digestion and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Andrew was bent over this morning. Alex, she should have seen her. She was on it. And she bent over. She's like, it brings everything to the front. Like I'm choking up here. I'm like, Andrew, really? What do
I
you
mean,
Really,
definitely-
I'm just like, it's taking me every which way. Because here lately, I don't know what it is. It's like pulling teeth to get to the gym for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm trying to do other things. I think that thing, the bar traumatized me
Yeah.
last week for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a scary situation.
I know.
So anyway, I need to get back into the gym. But with that being said, this little shaking machine we got, I don't even know what it's called.
Shaking machine.
It definitely wakes everything up.
Yeah.
You know,
It's supposed
you
to.
ready.
It's supposed to like to improve digestion. It's supposed to do a lot. I can't remember what all you said it does, but it does. It's really good for you.
Yeah.
But I think with like the seasons changing too, like it's like during the winter it was easy to go to the gym because it was warm there and there was nothing else to do. But now, so you wake up and it's like there's the sun's shining and it's beautiful. And you're like, I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
out on the carport for a
Yeah.
little while. You know
And
what
then
I
when you
mean?
go to the carport, it's like then everybody kind of shows up. And yeah, so it's been a great morning here at the house. We had breakfast this morning. Thank you to Frank Kibler
Thank you
for making
Frank.
our breakfast out there on this big grill. And it was great. Yeah.
Thank you, Frank. That was good.
It was
Yeah.
delicious,
Yeah. So we
yes.
got to do that this morning. And we're taking off with you all on this Saturday and coming in live and hot, talking about the discussion of grace. That's what we wanted to. And I don't know what you, Christy, because you was throwing something else out at me.
Just the battles that you're fighting with your head. Like your worst battle is between yourself and your head. For
Yeah,
real.
definitely. And I think that can all tie in with grace because
Absolutely.
what we need to understand is on a daily we can be our worst critics to ourselves, you know.
Mhm.
And we can wake up and be like, man, you know, I didn't do this yesterday, or I did this wrong, or I got to do this or fix this or whatever. But the important thing to remember is you're fighting to stay sober. You're trying every day to do better. You're not where you was. You're not where, you know, you want to be. But my goodness, give yourself grace at
Mhm.
where you're at right now in life. If you're trying to stay sober today, that's a win.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
You're trying. And
Right.
to recognize that's a huge win. You might not have succeeded in that today. I don't know the case. However, you're trying. That's a win.
That's all
Definitely.
that matters for them.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, it's
You
really
can't
it's
give
really
up.
easy to forget. Like it's easy to be hard on yourself and just concentrate on where you're not at, what you're not doing, where you should be. But you need to. There's times where you just need to stop, sit back, say, you know what, I'm not where I was.
Right,
I'm not
yeah.
doing the things I was doing. I'm working towards where I need to be. I'm just here now. Like this is not forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Plus, you gotta look at all the stuff you lost, like back. You know what I mean? When you were
Yeah.
in your addiction stages. You know what I mean? And then all the stuff that you have gained back, or you know what
Yeah.
I mean, slowly getting back your.
Mhm.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So a
Like,
friend of mine told me a month or two ago, she was like, look, because I get in those bad state of minds too, where I'm like, man, like this isn't happening right, or this isn't happening. Like you know, I'm bad for that too. But a friend of mine was like, hey, look, every day, or try to do it every day, write down 5 things you're thankful for and just kind of look over that. So I started doing that and applying that in my life with these affirmation videos every morning.
I seen it. Yeah.
I've been sending that to the A-Fresh group. But it reminds you of like, okay, you're gonna do better. Today's gonna be a good day. You are successful. You are like, it talks to you about this, and then writing it out, the things you're thankful for. So when you go into these mindsets of depression, anxiety, man, I don't feel like doing this, I don't want to do this, but you kind of need to do everything you don't want to do right
Push
now.
forward.
Push forward. But just remember the positives. Okay. When the negative thoughts come in, just reroute that to, okay, but I am thankful for I got a roof over my head today. I got a vehicle, or I'm getting my license back. I'm getting ready to do that.
People that care about me, like
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have a support system.
Yeah, you
now.
got a support system. I mean, reminding yourself of the positive things is huge and critical.
Yeah.
when I got into the recovery program, like that was one of the exercises you do in therapy. And I remember in the beginning, it was so hard for me to even come up with like 5 things like
Yeah.
that I was just say proud of myself about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 5 things I would like. I might get 2, and then I really nothing.
Yeah.
I
Like I'm
know
really
that. I
not
know what
proud of
that's
myself.
like,
for
yeah.
It gets
anything.
hard.
It is.
Yeah.
But now, like today, after going through all that therapy and those groups, and like my list is almost,
That's
I
awesome,
I
Alex.
could probably fill up a couple pages
Yeah.
just realizing now what I've got, and I think that a lot of people don't do that.
Right. Right. I
They
mean,
focus on, man, I'm not in a $350,000 house. I'm not
Right.
driving an Audi or a Ferrari. I'm not. It's just
But it's the little things that
yeah, like that stuff. If that is your goal, so that's not everybody's goal, but if it is your goal, work toward it, and eventually, if you commit and you work towards it hard enough, like you can be anywhere you want to be.
absolutely.
I know
Right.
and it's hard. People like fall back on themselves. You know what I mean? People
Mhm.
beat themselves up and think, "Oh, I'm never gonna get there." Like I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I would get a full-time job like I'd have now or be
Right.
sober, but
Yeah, just
Here
staying
I am.
positive. And it's not even that you're like trying to be I always say cocky or arrogant. I mean, I don't know how you want to word that, but you it's not that you're trying to be that. It's that you just know your worth. You know where
Right.
you are. This past week, we had like a negative review put on social media about our cleaning, and I was like, man, I don't even know this person. Like, who is this? So I look it up and I'm like, gosh, I don't even know who this person is. Like, I've never had this person as a client. So I, of course, replied on there and put our phone number and everything. And then a friend of mine, it wasn't that I was trying to be better than anybody, but I was just saying, to me, it's like, I don't even look at anybody as competition. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for everybody. I want everybody on the same page. I'm trying to, push
Right.
not only for myself and the team that we have, but for everybody else around here too, like success. But long story short, after that negative review, we ended up booking 8 jobs this week.
Right.
8 jobs. So that goes to
Amazing.
show, like when the adversary comes at you, when the I don't know, the hurt, the pain, whatever,
All the
people come
negative.
after you like that, it just goes to show the one above seeing it all and can move those pieces around to make it beneficial for
Right.
you.
But that's kind of like remember our Joel Osteen thing that one morning was like about the desert.
Oh yeah.
Like when you're in a bad time and then all of a sudden you can sprout up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you
Like-
can, but you can also make the choice to be out there for 40 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
out there for 40 years.
No.
I'm tired of being. I don't want to
It's
be
hot in the
stuck.
desert.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we don't want to be out there for no 40 years. So we need to make the right moves and consider, the right steps and to take.
And then another thing, like later, once you have progressed to like a different point, like you always look back and you're like, you know what, we had it pretty good back then. Like I miss those times,
Mhm.
because like it just always seems like that happens. You always like, this sucks right now. God, I hate this. This is
Yep.
just the worst. Da, 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 you know what I
Yeah,
mean? But then
yeah.
like a year or 2 later, you're like, man,
It wasn't.
we didn't have it, dude. That was fun.
Yeah.
I kind of miss that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
I mean, the journey has definitely molded us and made us grow
Yeah.
into who we are today. And
Right.
I do not regret any of it. Like, I feel like all the pain, all the suffering, all the nights alone, all that stuff, 17-year marriage down the drain. Like, I didn't think life was even worth living
It was
after that,
build-
for
it was
real.
building you to what you are now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I look at myself in the mirror now and I'm like, okay, I am a strong, independent woman.
And all
Who-
that made you.
Yes,
that's what I'm
all
saying,
of
yeah.
that had to make me. If
All that
8,
molded
10
you.
years ago, I never would have had I didn't even have really a lot of faith back then, for real. I didn't believe a lot, and now just going through all of this has made me, it's built the faith. It's built my, just everything about me.
Yeah.
And I know it has with you guys too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you see my progression just through this podcast in the
Mhm.
past, not even a year yet. Like
Yeah.
the
I'm proud
growth,
of you,
the
Alex.
growth I've experienced is I never thought any of it. Like I never thought I would be going to church every Sunday, and
And you want to.
and I want
That's
to.
the
Like I
thing.
look forward to it.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the highlights of my week. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you guys because you go to church every Sunday too.
Yeah, we try to go every Saturday and Sunday, but
That's so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have you have grown a lot in your sobriety walk
just
too.
work in progress.
Well, you know what? We all are. For
Yeah.
real.
That's like I was saying, like the battle with your head. You know what I mean? Like everybody suffers with addiction. You know what I mean? And I was the type of person back then. Like I wanted this, I wanted that, I wanted this. And there's people out there now that's like, I want that, I want this. But you got to work for it. Like you know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
you can't just sit back and be hating on somebody else because of what they have, because they could have been in the same situation you are. You know what I mean? And they just worked hard for it.
Well,
You
yeah.
didn't give up on yourself.
They
You
didn't
know what I
see
mean? At all.
the long nights that you had to fight.
Oh,
through
yeah,
that.
no.
Like you said, it takes doing the things you don't want to do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because 9 times out of 10, the things you don't want to do are the exact things you need to be doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, you're right. Because I mean, when you get in those mindsets, it ain't nobody wanting to go for a walk.
No.
no.
Ain't
no,
nobody wanting to go hike or go
No.
for a run at that point in time.
No.
But in reality, when you get in those mindsets, because for me, separation, like isolation,
Yeah.
go to my room
Yeah.
and just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
yeah.
that's not what we are to do.
No.
We got to push through that. And so yeah, I mean, we know what we got to do. We just got to do it. And it's hard. Hey, the vape, I thought it was done.
She can't even go into a room with
It will be though.
I mean, I've had to break right many glass things in my life to in the past, and I kept going back. But eventually, that one time,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't want it anymore. I'm done.
Big shout out to Timmy. He hasn't smoked in like what 2 weeks.
Yeah,
3
Timmy's
weeks
doing
now?
great.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Has he really?
Yeah.
with the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he hasn't
Good.
The
smoked, yeah.
vaping part's the part that we've got to work harder on.
I don't care what anybody says, and this might be misinformation, but in my head anyway, the cigarettes are like they have all those chemicals. Are dumb. I get it. Vapes have them too, but nowhere near as many.
Right.
It's not good for you by any means. I'm not saying that at all. But cigarettes are just they stink.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's both.
Yeah.
I feel like it's both. I feel like anything that has that stronghold on
Right.
you,
Right.
it just needs to.
Yeah.
You
Since-
got to fight it. You know
Since
what I
Timmy
mean?
has quit, I like even smoke like smelling like a cigarette now makes me sick.
Yeah.
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 And I'm proud of him for real. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think he's under it.
them cigarettes can take you out too. I mean, any of it can. I mean,
Yeah.
like we've talked before, sugar,
Yeah, definitely.
coffee. I mean, any of that kind of stuff that everybody, that can too much caffeine can probably make your heart go into AFib.
Ashley looks at her black cup of coffee.
I know. I'm only on my second cup.
God
yeah, I know
love
what you mean,
her.
like, anything with a stronghold like that. But that's also where you need to give yourself some grace. too, though.
Grace,
Like
yeah.
look at everything that you have
Yeah.
Yeah.
put aside, given up, changed.
You can't
know,
have it all overnight.
right.
It's not going to happen overnight.
If it's what you want to do, it will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be patient with yourself and
Give
go-
yourself some grace.
right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And
That's
have
right.
faith. You gotta have faith.
And if you're out there today and today's day one of sobriety,
Congratulations.
First
hit
off,
that button, honey.
congratulations.
Right, yeah. Yeah. And keep going.
Because you have made a decision that is ultimately going to change your life to the positive. Now, let's go back to day one for us. Let's all of us go back. Day one for you, Alex. What did it feel like?
I don't know. My day one was probably in jail.
So you detoxed in there.
Oh yeah, multiple times, and I'll be honest, it's a lot easier in there because it's not accessible. You know you can't have it, so it almost really doesn't come in. But it still sucks. First few weeks, you're feeling like crap. You're in jail, like you just lost everything, and it's not easy. But I'd say day one, coming in, being released, and having having it accessible. Like if I really wanted to go get high, I absolutely could. That day one is tough.
Yeah.
I guess if I had to think like on somebody on their day one, it's gonna suck. I say 2 weeks. I always tell everybody 2 weeks. About 2 weeks before you're even feeling like you might make it through Walmart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Yeah.
It sucks. But it's so worth it. It's so worth just to not have to worry about that anymore, to not even have to keep going. Day 2 is gonna suck. Day 3 is gonna be a little better. Day 4, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep just day to day to day.
One day at a time.
Yeah,
One
one
day
day
at
at
a
a time, and it's just it's so worth it.
Slowly, you start building
Mentally. Yeah.
back everything. How How about you? Do you remember
Um,
your day one?
My day one, well, like Timmy tells you the story all the time. My day one ended. I got last time I got high. I got really bad out there. Like I ended up at the hospital and just coming out of there, and then 3 days later going to jail. It was rough. You know what I mean, like it was really bad. But like Alex said, you gotta push. You know what I mean, one day at a time. You gotta keep pushing and keep telling yourself you can do this, and it's not worth it at all to keep chasing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you see, I've had so many people or so many friends pass away from it, you know what I mean, or overdose or, you know what I mean, end up in jail, and it's not worth it at all.
No.
It's not. But
No.
like I said, it gets better in time. I mean, it's slowly getting better. You know what I mean? Like we're almost 4 months now.
Yeah, you guys are.
And,
Congratulations,
I
too.
mean, no, we're almost 5 months. We just
Oh,
passed our 4 months
yeah.
because on Taylor,
Yeah,
on
Taylor's
Taylor,
birthday.
like I said, it gets better. Like it's hard at first. It really is.
Yeah.
But to get the stuff back that you lost, it feels amazing.
Yeah.
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 Having
Just to
your
get
kids.
out of that whole scene, like you don't even realize what you're missing.
No,
Yeah.
You think
you don't.
you're like, ah, screw it. I don't. I want to get high today. Like it's like I don't even.
Life is
Yeah.
worth living. So
Yeah, but there's so
it-
much more out here, and so much more that you could be doing with yourself, and so much more that you could be offering other people, and just these goals that you can hit like daily that make you feel better than any high ever could.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Like I do stuff now that I would never see myself doing when I was high. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and going to places and meeting people and you know what I mean, like doing the stuff that we do.
Yeah.
Like going to the meeting for the JMAT program. I
Yeah.
never see myself sitting in one of those meetings.
Yeah.
Like, it
I mean,
was
we're
like-
actually planning a beach trip.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
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 And so I never, I don't know.
a beach trip where you actually leave the hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
And you're
mean?
not high.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Scared to go out there and think people were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then forget about it. Like, oh my
right.
gosh,
What
did I do
what
that?
Yeah.
Did I?
Looking back at the
I did
pictures,
that?
like, did I look like that? Oh my God.
Yeah, but you know what? Life is worth living. I do remember for me, I had right many day ones, but like I said, after coming out of that marriage, you just and whatever you guys went through to make you feel like you just couldn't stop using. At that time in my life, I didn't think life was worth living anymore because I thought that's my family gone. I don't want to keep going on.
Yeah.
I just remember those thoughts in
Yeah.
my mind. Now I can honestly say I'm happier than what I've ever been. However, the thoughts still come. Like
Yeah.
every now
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
for
I'll get a
sure.
thought,
Yeah,
let's
most
just go
def-
messing all up.
Yeah, most
No,
definitely. Yeah.
pump the brakes real quick, Andrew. You ain't going messing up nothing because you know my reality sinks in of what
I know.
you know what I'm saying, and what we've already been through. I don't
Yeah.
want to go back to that. I don't want to wake up every morning and know I can't get out of the bed.
Or what you
Unless I
lost
have
back
it.
then and then you got it and then you don't want to lose all that again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
not
that
fun.
cycle has got to be broken.
It took years to get back, so you don't want to have to do all that over again. No.
Yeah,
And look, like you said, you thought life was over. You thought it was like not even worth living anymore. And look
Mhm.
at like where it is now. Like
Yeah.
you've got the recovery home. You just got a nonprofit started.
God is using
Look,
all of us.
You know what I mean?
He's
And
using
back
all of
then,
us.
if you'd have told yourself that's where you were gonna be, you'd have been like, yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
I
Kick
never.
that shit down the road somewhere.
Yeah, I
Right.
never would have thought because you know the alcohol and the drugs had taken me so far. It was like I didn't want to come out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was self-destruction
Absolutely.
mode. You know what I mean? I was set in that. And no matter what my kids or my parents or just loved ones would look at me and say, I just remember thinking, I'm not hurting you guys. This
Yeah.
is
That-
this
yeah,
is me.
that's-
You don't know
just
what
leave
I'm
me
going
alone.
through.
And yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's how I was too. That's what I thought. Like, yeah, you don't know what you know what I mean?
You don't
You
know,
don't know the
what's
pain I
going
have
on
to
in
go
my
through
head.
every- yeah.
Yeah.
the
But
battle-
once you get out of that victimized state,
Mhm.
honey, it's
great.
on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I never see
Own.
myself going to church. Like when I was high, I was like somebody say something about church. I'm like, oh yeah, I drive by one every day. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I never seen it.
Yeah.
But
Give
now-
yourself
yeah.
some grace, guys, out there. That's really what
And credit.
credit,
Yeah.
grace, feel good.
And day oneers keep doing it.
Yeah, just keep on
Keep
trying.
pushing. Yeah.
Keep
I
pushing.
can't wait to hit that button for your day two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you
Yeah.
need a support system, we're all here.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Reach out.
Yes,
Reach out
please.
for sure.
For
'Cause there
sure.
are people out there that care. Like there
Yes.
really are.
Yeah, we have a whole community now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome.
Like
Yeah.
the people that are like my support system, like you guys. Like I never once, like I knew Alex, which his mom did my grandma's hair, but I never knew. I'd be like, you know what I mean? I never
Yeah.
seen me working with Alex, and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like that's just the people you don't realize that
Yeah.
actually do care.
I'm
you know what I mean?
surrounded by people that I never even knew.
Yeah,
Right?
A
me
year
too.
ago.
I never knew any of
No, I
neither-
never-
I
yeah, I
never knew
never-
you guys.
I met Andrew when I was in jail on a video call. Well, I I think I met her once in jail when she came up there to do ministry, but then I met her on video call and she was like, I love you. You come to the house when you get out. And I was like, okay.
Yes.
Like, this woman is a nut, but I'm here living with her, but I love her to death.
You were right.
I get it all the
Yeah.
time. I get it all the time. I mean, you're crazy. You're this. You're that. Hey, whatever
It's
I am,
okay.
I am. You
If
know what I
y'all-
mean?
Yeah.
All I know is I don't hide who I am anymore.
No, you don't.
I straight
And
up.
that's what I love about it.
Yeah, you got to be straight up real with people. And it does. I mean, the realness can hurt, but it plants that seed of like, whoa.
And when you're in addiction,
know?
you're in denial. Like, you don't think you're like, everybody's like, oh, you're crazy, you know, this and that. And you're
Mhm.
like, no, I'm not. I'm fine. But
even out of active addiction and today, just us sitting at this table, boundaries being set with people
Oh, yeah, for
is
sure.
important.
yeah,
You know, you have got to
you have to.
have that in place. You know, because coming out of that lifestyle, it's so hard anyway. You got people hitting you up. I mean, even after I think people stopped hitting me up probably about a year after I was straight, but they hit all through that year, honey. It was nonstop. I was just sitting there rocking. Like, oh gosh. this is-
And you beat yourself up too, like you were saying. Like, I'm still working on the whole apology thing. Andrea fusses at me because I apologize way too much.
I don't want to fuss, but yeah, you
I
don't need
know.
to say I'm sorry when you're not sorry.
And see, that's another thing. Like, I've always battled with. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I had to say that every chance I got.
Yeah, you don't have to say that anymore. I mean, when you're sorry about something, that means that, you know, you wish that whatever happened really never happened at all. But the reality of it is, sorry is used too easy.
Yeah.
Because if you were really sorry, you never would have done it in the first place.
Right.
So are you really sorry?
Mm. Yeah.
Think about your
I'm
actions
like,
before you do it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying about
Yeah.
it.
I'm sorry.
Just yeah.
Alex, you can go ahead and apologize now.
just think about it before you actually go and do whatever it is
Yeah.
you get ready to do. So you're not sorry.
Absolutely. Definitely. And that's a
is a
good
good
that's a good day when
yeah.
you don't have to be sorry about anything. Everything
No.
you did is
And it
just-
feels great. Yeah.
No, you're
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
I did it. I meant to do it.
Yeah, I get it, Andrea. It was me. All right, guys. Let's get on down this list here and talk about the resources we do have in the county. So I don't have any updated information from you guys out there. So if anyone has anything updated, please send it my way. The Recovery House meeting here on 270 West Main Street in Stanley is on every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Sometimes I'm not here. Sometimes, you know, the house might not, the girls might not be here. However, the doors are open
The
here
show
for
must go
people
on.
to yeah, the show must go on. So you are able to come in and still get your breakfast and still do Bible study and still come down here on podcast if if I happen to not be here, but I try to be here every Saturday. So that's every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And then we have Celebrate Recovery on Monday nights, and that's at 6. And childcare is provided there, and that's on Main Street at Main Street Baptist in Luray. Free Indeed, 6:30 on Tuesday nights. Childcare is there, and that's on Newport Road in Shenandoah. 23 West Main, the AA at noon meetings is, I'm pretty sure every day, but we have their schedule pinned on our Facebook page. So go check that out. Rec Center, shout out to Audrey. If you would like to donate to his cause, go to Cash App Living Legacy Luray. For our cause here at in Stanley, you can go to Cash App Valley Rise Above and help us out on there. We are in pending status still for our nonprofit. Yay. Thank you, Kimberly, for helping us with that. And we're able to take donations now. We're just not able to actually apply for the grants quite yet, but it's coming. First Steps to Freedom, 3:30 Shen Elk Plaza at 7:00 on Thursday nights. And then another Thursday night meeting is New Life Recovery at Grace Covenant. And let's see. It's hard when you can't even read your own handwriting.
The recovery walk.
That's Harrisonburg, 6:30. Yeah, we got the recovery walk. I posted about that on our page. And that's on, what is it, September the 6th. I think it's on a Saturday. So we got that. We're getting that arranged down here at Luray. We're gonna do like last year and hopefully block off the Main Street area so that we can do the walk through. And I'm not
Everybody come out. We want,
we
Everybody-
want
everybody
10
support.
times what we had last year. Bring everybody with you.
Yeah, and then we also got the March for Jesus that's going to be coming up before the recovery walk. So March for Jesus is on June the 14th, and then the recovery walk is September. So yeah, September is a whole recovery month. That's why we're doing our recovery walk in September. Any other things that we need to talk about, guys?
Nope.
What else is there?
Come to church tomorrow.
Yeah, find you a good church.
Yeah.
Get up in the church.
Pastor,
be at,
Pastor Andre has his church this morning at 11 o'clock. Don't everybody forget.
We all have talents, so let's start showing them. I thought I could play a guitar, but I can't.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not there yet. But I mean, I try really hard to
Yeah.
like sing with it and everything. I
I'm
want
not-
to.
I'm not
She
good
does
at it either.
great karaoke.
Pastor Tim will teach you.
Yeah, I mean, when do we have time?
We can go right now.
Okay. But yeah,
If
get your
anybody wants
talents.
to buy Andrew some guitar lessons, so we'll take donations.
Get your talents together and let's use these talents up every day, all day. And that's another way you can kind of pray about what you're supposed to do in life and where you're supposed to use your future plans
calling.
and goals and calling. Yeah. Is think about what your talent is and apply that into a business or into wherever you're going to apply for work or whatever. So yeah. Anyway.
Let go and let God.
That's right. Let go and let God. I hope everybody has a great day today. Happy
too.
Bye,
Saturday.
guys.
Bye, everybody.